Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. It is the start of a new vlog. This morning we are up bright and early. It is about 7:55 and we are going to get what we have heard are free acai bowls at Zoe Juice Bar, a place here locally. Our sister-in-law told us about it, and I think at least one of the kids is going to be there, and we're going to go meet up and get these free bowls. They're like free mini bowls, but they're still like decent size. And I guess they did this like every Monday in March. I had no idea. So FYI, I'm gonna go see what this is all about. And then we're gonna come home and I'm gonna get into work. I've been posting a ton of reels this morning and just getting everything ready. So that is my morning for Monday. It is very chilly. And you know, we're starting a new week. All right, friends, we are back. We have our mini bowl. Look how beautiful. I'm obsessed. This is a freaking 8-ounce bowl and they gave these for free. I'm just so glad. I wonder if they're gonna do it again. I figured let's just have a little mukbang breakfast and catch you up on life. I feel like I haven't just like chatted to the camera, and maybe that's not y'all's favorite thing to see. Maybe you like more of like the adventures and things I do, but I like vlogging and document my life, as we know. I feel like I have not shown up here and like chatted about life and like where we're at for a while. So business is still slow. I feel like it's probably one of my worst years. I'm not really quite sure why, but everybody else all across different niches is saying the same thing. So I talked with a seamstress, I talked with a eyebrow waxer, I talked with a hairstylist, I've talked to my accountants who run restaurants bookkeeping, and everyone across the board, and other service-based businesses too, service providers like blue collar. Everyone says there's like a natural dip right now, probably from like inflation, probably from like all of that. Like we thought that it was gonna like taper off and it hasn't been. So it's been a little rough, but I have a very, very exciting inquiry that is coming up that I'm pretty sure we'll be able to work together on like a retainer basis. And then I may have like a mini web project coming up. And then I have lots of stuff slated for fall. So it's kind of like the hard time of like, okay, I have all this work that I know is coming to me later in the year, but like waiting around for it is a little rough. So I don't really know what to tell y'all. It's been really rough. I mean, obviously like I'm paying bills, like I'm fine. I have wonderful current retainer clients, but just like the lack of excitement, like with new stuff is not very fun. But you know, that's how it is sometimes. And that's like the reality of business ownership. So I want to keep it real for y'all in here. We don't lie. So that is where I'm at lately. Still loving everything I'm doing. To show up online in this slow season. And I think I'm very proud of the content I'm making. I'm very proud of the testimonials I recently received. I reached out to a few people and it was just rave reviews. If you are a small business owner, A, that's the best pick-me-up for imposter syndrome, but also B, it's so important. Like slow or busy seasons, always make sure that you're asking your old clients. Reviews are huge for like SEO and like social proof and all of those things. So I did that and that was really nice to see. But yeah, just kind of doing things like that, gearing up for the honeymoon because that's obviously going to take me out for a week. And I'm very excited for that. It should be a very fun time. We're going to Whistler, BC, and then we're going to visit our friends in Vancouver on our way back, and then our friends in Bellingham who just visited. So Kathy and Russ were the friends who just visited last week, and it was great to see them. And they live in Bellingham. It's such a cute little city, and there's a great wood fire pizza there. So I think we're gonna go and see them on our way home, like the day we come home. And it should be very fun. So looking forward to that. We have so much planned for the honeymoon, y'all. Y'all are just gonna flip out. I'm gonna take you along for everything. And yeah, we're just gonna detail it all. We're gonna document it all. Health is good as of right now. Like I'm not dealing with anything new. My gallbladder surgery went off without a hitch. I have not had any follow-up problems since then. I have been helping a gal online. A lot of people on TikTok have found me through my vestibular like dizziness experiences and videos I've made. And there's this one girl recently, shout out if you're watching, hello, who has been messaging me back and forth, and we've been trying to figure out like what she has and what specialist is gonna help her. So it's been really cool to like help somebody else with this issue. I feel like it's so uncommon that it's like scary. It can feel very isolating, very alone. And I'm glad I've been able to be of service to other people. So that's kind of been like what I've been focusing on in the health department. I'm turning 30 in 2 months. And I think that is definitely like on my mind. I don't feel like it's weighing me down. I feel like I'm very positive about it. I'm very excited. I hear 30s are like the new 20s. And I feel like it's gonna be like so much more drama free, hopefully. And I think that just comes along with a lot of like life milestone thoughts, children, pets, all of this stuff. So Jared and I have been navigating those conversations and kind of realizing that we're different than we thought we would be. We really thought, and this is just really opening up a can of worms, all the conversations here. We really thought that eventually we would have children. We've always talked about, yeah, like probably 2 max, but like at least 1. We've always thought that ever since we were 19 when we met, but never had a true yearning for children. Like never had the baby fever, never like really felt like that was our calling. I think we were just saying it because that's like what society tells you to do. And like that, yeah, it's a cool concept. But like I've shared before, I like being an aunt where I can just take my niece and nephew, like hang out with them, do great stuff, and then go home and not have to be their parent and not have the responsibility of everything. And I think like I'm kind of healing like some of my own like childhood trauma from like being in that role and just like being the best that I can be in that role. And like I just do not have a calling still at 30, nor does Jared. And I think everyone tells you like, oh, you'll just know. Like you'll wake up one day and you'll have baby fever, or like you'll want a kid or whatever. And so far we have not. In fact, we've kind of been like pushed in the opposite direction. Just with how crazy the world is. I think it's a very crazy place to live, obviously. Crazy expensive. And I was afforded a lot of opportunities by my parents. And I think that has been like definitely a tough pill to swallow of like, we have no savings. We don't have like a plan for our future, like that we can afford. The next step is saving for a home and to buy a home. But I don't want to be on like a ticking time clock of like, okay, well, if I'm gonna like biologically have a child, we better get a house like in the next 2 years that then like I can be prepared. And like you never fully are prepared financially or emotionally, for that matter. So I feel like letting go of that and like giving ourselves some grace is gonna be huge in this next year. And I think that's what a lot of like the internal pressure on myself to like pay off our minimal debt and like get a good plan going, start a retirement savings, like all of these things. I feel like I have become more fixated than like what's healthy because of the pressures of like having a child and like being a, you know, fully thriving adult. I would want to be able to help my kid through college and help pay for their wedding and like not even just like pay for diapers, but like actually set them up for success. And like I know there's ways to do that, but it just feels like it's quite a heavy predicament. So we're just gonna like see what happens. I think a puppy is definitely in our future, closer than like any child would be. And honestly, probably before a house. So we would get a puppy like within the next year, I'm hoping. And that would give us a good idea of like responsibilities too. But there's many reasons why we have gone back and forth about children. I was having a conversation with my other friend who's also considering everything heavily. and I think is even more of a no for herself right now. And I feel like we talked about, like, it's okay to be selfish. Like, it's okay to want more for your life than just like sitting around with kids. And if that's like your prerogative and that's your calling, like, I do have a friend right now who's gonna like start trying. She's like very excited for it. And like, that's just who she is. Like, she's just very meant to be a mom, very maternal and very like giving in that way. And I've just never felt that about myself. I think Jared and I would make incredible parents. I think we would instill wonderful values. We would be gentle parents. We would like perfectly curate the most amazing upbringing because of our past experiences. That being said though, it's not responsible to have children just because like you feel like you are the best or whatever. You really have to like be selfless. You have to be willing to accept like the child in any condition they come out to be. It could be like a difficult life. You know, it could be a straight life. Like, there's different things that like you have to be okay with, like your child not being like you, not even liking you. I think like the whole reason of like, oh, but like I don't want to be alone, I want someone to take care of me, that has definitely been like a thought that I've had. And it's like, well, they don't owe you anything. Like, they're not obligated to like you. They're not obligated to care for you. And I think like that's a harsh reality. But like I've seen it play out, like even in my friends and in my own family. So like, just don't know if I'm at that selfless place where I'm like having a human for the human to become its own human and like not like me or its dad or whatever. And I feel like that's hard. I would be very upset if my child was not of a certain caliber in their values. And I feel like that just shows you like my immaturity on the topic, and like I'm not ready at this moment. And honestly, like my friend and I were talking, I think this is way more responsible than people who just like have kids like willy-nilly, like it's no big deal. I feel like a lot of people do not have like half of these questions that we do. And that's like quite frightening. Like when you think about it, there are people who are like out here getting pregnant early intentionally. And like, that's cool. Like even in my Mexican culture, that's very common. My half sisters already have kids. Like that's just like a normal thing for like a lot of people. But like, I just personally cannot imagine that. And I had a teen mom, like my bio mom. And it's just wild to me. Like she was like, she felt ready for that. And I just have never, even at my pre-geriatric pregnancy age. So we'll just see. We're just enjoying life. Like we like to travel. We like to have our independence. We like to not have to worry about things. We like to not have to like freak the F out over money. Who knows? Like we're leaving the door open. Maybe that will change. We've always talked about adoption. Because obviously I'm adopted too. I would love to like give back, but I know to like do a service to the child, I need to be in like a very selfless headspace. I need to have a true desire for like baby fever and having a child. It's just not. It's not it. So if you are trying, if you are wanting to have a child, love that for you. Very brave, very admirable. I know it sounds like a very cynical place to come from, but I think mostly like just for me, like pregnancy scares the shit out of me. There are so many things that are like no-nos in my mind. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Who knows? More to come. I'm not like a no. I'm not ruling things out, but as of right now, that's where we're at. So in all truth, you're gonna see some dink content, some dual income, no kids for quite a while, and we will see. We'll reevaluate. I mean, every year could look different, but for us right now, we're in that millennial sweet spot of like, I just don't know. Like y'all kind of effed us over. You left us with like a really crappy world. So we will see what we feel is responsible in terms of like bringing a life into the world and all of that. We'll take you along as always, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of open up the dialogue because I know there's like a lot of people who are in like our age range and everything who are also considering these things. And It's crazy. I didn't realize like how many of my friends were also in the same boat until I opened up the conversation. I only have one friend who is like really convinced, really ready, really just that's her calling. I feel like it's less and less common in this day and age because of a variety of factors. So we will see. The one thing that we are 100% sure on is the puppy. We have total puppy fever, and we're just very excited for that moment in time. So that's going to be such a fun addition to the channel, to the family. And we're definitely going to get a smaller dog. So think like miniature dachshund or a corgi, something that's like cute, like a simple kind of like smaller size dog that can cuddle, that can like, you know, be our best friend. And I think that's the vibe. I grew up with like black labs and like retrievers around me and all of that. And I'm ready for like a cutesy little one that I can just snuggle. I'm not going to put it in outfits, and I'm not going to like put it in my bag. But just like I like the cuteness of it. I like being able to pick it up if it's like doing something. And I just don't want like a big dog like shedding everywhere and running everywhere. So that's where we're personally at. Jerry could go for a cat. He could go for anything. He's more open. I'm definitely a dog person. So we've come to the conclusion that dogs are probably what's best for our household. We are pretty positive that Jared is getting a permanent promotion in his job. If you don't know, he works for the state of Washington. And how you get into those positions is through a project position, which is like a temporary like a 1 to 2 year project, and then they reevaluate if like they have the funds and they, you know, need a new permanent person. My mom started this way. It's like how most people start in the state, and my mom worked her way up to like manager and was there for her whole career after that. So it can be really lucrative. It can be great, especially in the IT field that he's in. It's a moneymaker. So like even his entry level position is higher than like many other jobs nowadays. So we're hoping that he can move up too. He's taking on a lot more tasks than I think was initially bargained for. So hopefully they can acknowledge that and hopefully bump him up there. But even just having the permanent title, the job stability would be wonderful. He loves where he works, loves his coworkers, loves his job. And so I think it's a good fit, you know, at least for now. And we're very, very excited by that. So he's just wrapping up some trainings like for the state. And then he will probably be permanent within the next couple months. That is the latest in his world. And I think that will be a very like reassuring, solidifying thing of like all of the effort that he's put in, all of the work that he's done up until now has gotten him, you know, to reap some rewards. And yeah, I'm just very proud of him. He's a very hard worker. I definitely am a little bit, I mean, I'm a very hard worker. I run a business, but like I'm a little lazier. And he's definitely like such a hard worker and a hustler. And like he has had to overcome some obstacles with like lack of education and like opportunities in his childhood and like growing up. So being able to like complete a college degree is even not common from like where he came from. And I feel like, yeah, it's amazing to see him like flourish in his life. So that's great. I've been making a ton of content on TikTok for like my wedding tips and tricks. I got a lot more coming at ya. So if you are a marrier to be, you're getting married pretty soon, you have a friend who's getting married, shoot in my content. I've got a lot of parts kind of like going through what you should expect, like maybe you don't expect, but you should. As well as some of the ways that I compromise to save money. So we're going through that. I've had so much fun sharing it. I'm trying to think of anything else. We've got the honeymoon coming up, my birthday. We've got a trip to go visit Lauren in the summer. And I have a whole trip back to Vancouver, BC in December with Shanta. It's going to be very, very fun. Shanta's birthday party was so fun last week too. It was very cute. And yeah, I'm just trying to lean into like the friend stuff, like, you know, doting on my friends, having quality time with them. And I think like that has been a thing too of like just friends through this whole thing of like, you know, where are we at? Where's our life going? And seeing like how my friends are similar or how my friends are different. I've already gone through it with my friend Emily, who I'll be visiting, like her having a child and her just being in a completely different like realm of life. That has been very difficult for me. I just feel like friendships have changed and like morphed. A few particularly that I'm just like, damn, this is like not where I saw us at this point. And like, it's sad. Like, it's kind of like a mourning of that, but like, I'm happy for them. I'm happy for their busy lives and like things that they have going on. But like, personally, I need a little bit more, like a little bit more closeness. And so I've just been kind of focusing on the friendships that they're at like a more similar stage in their life. They have less things going on, or it just works out and they want to like make an effort and everything. Like, one of my closest friends is Kayla. She has 4 children, a job. She has a lot going on, health, you know, things like we all got going on. And still we are tight, even if we can't hang out all the time. So I feel like I've been navigating friendships and like trying to figure out like who is like not even like meeting me where I am, but like who shares like similar values, I guess. Because they could be meeting me where they are just naturally on their own way. Like, it's tricky because I don't want to discredit that. Like, there's only so much that Emily and other people can give when they have like this new life or whatever going on. So like, there's that, and like, great for them. So like, they show love and they show connection in however they can. But what do I need, I guess, is more like what I'm saying. And like seeing like who can truly fulfill that. And Emily has always said, like, hi if you're watching, she has always said like, oh, I'm so glad you have people there who like can give like what I'm not able to. And like, we had some great conversations. She actually came and visited a couple days ago, and we had some good conversations. I think we had some breakthroughs. And I think it's just hard. Like, it's hard to accept that like our friendship is not the way it was. Not that it's like shit, it's just like less than it was in terms of closeness, and like it's never gonna be like the same way again. So I think I'm at that stage too, like where people decide to have children, decide to get married, decide to stay single, all of those things. And like, it's a very pivotal like milestone moment right now. And so trying to figure out like, where is everyone gonna fall on like that spectrum. So anyway, that's kind of where I've been at, and just focusing kind of on my career and all of that. I am so grateful like for all of the opportunities I've been afforded, like being able to work from home. I'm chatting with you literally like right now at 9:20 on a Monday morning, eating my acai bowl. Like, I'm very fortunate, I know that. And I'm not trying to take it for granted. So kind of like leaning into that more, like, even if it is slightly slower, even if it is whatever, like, I'm still taken care of, I'm still balanced, like, it's fine. And I don't mean to like alarm anyone, like when I say that. But like, just sharing the openness here needs to happen. But I definitely don't want to like seem like I'm dwelling on things or being like a negative Nancy. It's just like, I want my content to be relatable. I think a lot of people are a similar age range to me who watch my videos, and maybe some of you are like older, your family, friends. Feel free to share any advice if you've gone through this stuff before. But I feel like a lot of it is like gals my age, and so hopefully this is relatable to some of you and you feel like you're not alone by me sharing it. But there are like so many things to think about when you turn 30, and it's kind of it's a big time, and the years are flying. So it's been a little wild, but that is my Monday morning. I'm gonna finish this little last few bites. I've kind of cleared out all of the toppings here. But thanks for the chat. We will be cooking dinner tonight. I'm gonna bust out a ton of client work, and we're gonna be so productive. So let's get after it. Hello friends, it is Tuesday. I'm off to get my nails done finally. This little casualty has been here since like 2 weeks ago. It was literally like the week I got them. It was actually an artificial nail that she had to glue into mine, and I think it like didn't cure because she did the same thing here, and this one's fine. So I don't know what happened, but I'm so excited to have long nails again, and we're gonna see how she wants to do it this time. But so excited to clear these off. I think we're gonna do like a daisy, cute little spring print for, this will be like my honeymoon nails. and like April nails. So very, very excited. We are heading off. We have our preventative pest maintenance today. So the apartment's looking a little cray. But I'm very excited that's getting done. It's just they don't give you much time to prepare. So they'll be like, oh, we have you scheduled for like Tuesday and it's Friday. So I'm like, okay, like fuck my weekend plans then. Like it's just a little like awkward. I was not able to with like our weekend plans. So I decided to do it last night. We mopped everything last night and just made sure the floors are clean because they spray the baseboards if you are new here. So we mopped like everywhere near the baseboards. So anyway, we're gonna get our nails done and then we're gonna come home. They're gonna spray. And then after that, I think I'm just gonna head to a coffee shop or something because I don't like being around the fumes. So we'll just get some stuff done. I have returned with beautiful nails. These are the nails. We did this little daisy moment on like a nudie kind of creamy pink color for me. Love, love, love. Beautiful. I just went to a coffee shop, got some work done, chatted with Lauren. We were very productive. I heard that Harper Days, my fave festival, is gonna work with me again. They are in some transition with like the event manager who runs it, and she is my favorite person, but I know she needs to retire and that's totally fine. But they're still going through the process of finding someone. So the subcontractors who work under her are all being hired back on again. We just didn't really know because they could be hiring like a full service firm that can do everything, like event management, running, and marketing, and graphic design, and yada, yada, yada. Luckily this year they are not though. So we are all back on staff and I'm so stoked for all of us. And I'm just super excited. It'll be very fun. So that's a little bit of like a financial perk. So we love that. I also have a very exciting potential client consult call later this week. It has been quite a journey with that. They are technically a current client's competitor. And I personally do not F with competitors. Like I'm very like non-compete even if clients don't pay me a fee. I just feel like it's very unethical and weird. My client actually told me to go for it and they don't think it's weird. So we're just gonna feel it out and see if this is a good partnership. But I've never done this before. And they're not like, I guess, direct competitors in terms of like, they both don't offer like the same amount of services, but they are pretty much direct competition. So it's gonna be very interesting to see, but I'm curious to see how that goes. And then I have the current client already that I mentioned yesterday. That's pretty promising as well. So lots brewing. Picking up, the springtime buzz is upon us and I'm feeling very good about it. But love my nails and had such a great day. Pest control went great. We had a lesbian icon who came and serviced. She said it was the first time she had ever come out to someone that she serviced. So that is such a big honor. And I love that so much. She finally realized my drag wall. She's been here before. And I was wondering, like, you know, I can just kind of spot a little gay. So I was like, you seem gay to me. She finally recognized my drag wall. And then she said, oh, there's a flag. And I was like, yeah, it's very gay in here. And she was like, oh my God, that's so great. I'm obsessed. She didn't really know anything about drag. She didn't really use the correct terminology either. Like she was definitely like one of those gays that's like not really in the community. Just saying it as it is, calling it like I see it, but she is so sweet. And she was like very respectful. She was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I don't mean to like be offensive. But it was very funny. And yeah, we just kikied, gave her a little lesson on drag, and that was very fun. So the apartment's sprayed. We love that. And pretty sure our apartment complex is like not managing the exterior because there's like tons of activity. She was like, yeah, this is interesting. So love that for us. But that's why we have the preventative interior spray. I have leftovers. We made delicious sweet potato tacos and I have leftover sweet potato and beans. So I just need to whip it up and then we will eat and relax the rest of the night. It's a sunny day. It's beautiful. Kind of warm. Tomorrow I'm headed to the coffee shop again bright and early with my girl Jenny and we're gonna co-work and get stuff done tomorrow. So I feel very good about that. I also have co-working with Nicole on Friday. There's lots of like productivity things occurring, which feels great because this is kind of like the final push before the honeymoon in a few weeks. And this is like my final push to like solidify April content. And then I have like 3 client calendars to start and kind of like get prepped before the honeymoon so that we're good to go there. So that is what we are doing. Hello friends, happy Wednesday. I had a lovely day with Jenny today. We just co-worked until about noon and then I came home and made some food. And it's much later. It is about 5:30. So we are getting started on dinner and I'm so excited for this. This is the quinoa like barbecue chickpea bowl. So they say to add vegetable broth to your quinoa to cook it. I did not really realize that. I didn't know that was like a thing people did, but it's very obvious, I guess. I'm just not like a fancy cook. I just add water to mine. So we're gonna cook this in some veggie stock. And then we are going to add a little bit of salt and we're just gonna get it going here. So the quinoa can cook. You can make your own pickled onions if you want. I personally just don't want to do that today. But we will add a whole bunch of yummy stuff to the bowls. And then I have to make this like ranch dressing thing. I'm gonna do a timer for the quinoa. And then we're gonna start doing the yogurt ranch, which is Greek yogurt, mayo, lemon juice, chives, dill, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper. Ma'am. So we don't have dill. I'm using oregano. So freaking good. Obsessed. Okay, so I did that. I kind of just eyeballed everything and just taste tested it. But I like doubled, tripled the recipe. So we're gonna try this corn and chili as a topping. And then we are also going to grate some of this cheese. We've been having this for our sandwiches this week as well. This is just the New Zealand sharp cheddar cheese. They just want you to have a sharp cheddar of some sort. So I'm gonna go in with this big boy and we're gonna grate. So if you do it beautifully, this is what it turns out like, but I'm not doing the pickled onions this time. I think that would add such a nice little touch, but we're gonna give it a test drive just as it is. I'm gonna give the quinoa a couple more minutes. There's just like a little bit of fluid left. And then we will be good to go. I'm sorry, this looks so freaking good. Especially the barbecue chickpeas. I'm very excited. Hello friends, happy Thursday. Oh my God, those freaking bowls last night were so good. I'm like salivating thinking about it. I think I wanna try it on rice the next time. The quinoa just didn't really do it for me. I get that it's like healthy, we love that. But I think I wanna try it on rice, but the barbecue chickpea, oh, I would make that like a million times over. So I think I wanna pickle some red onion and like do the whole moment on rice. But we are out of chickpeas. I kind of had an oversight. I only bought 1 can and I don't know why I thought that it would be like enough for 2 people for 2 nights. So I need to get another can, but I'm not gonna do that today. So I'm thinking maybe Chipotle for takeout. We haven't had that in so long. And there's this like thing going around online where you like make a grilled cheese burrito, kind of like Taco Bell, but it's with your Chipotle bowl. It looks divine. So might do that. There's like a drive-through like really close to us. But yes, we'll be remaking the TikTok thing, and I have some quinoa left over as well as some of the ranch drizzle. So I think for lunch I'm gonna have the quinoa with my little broccolini that I purchased last weekend in like the last vlog. It's just like, you know, thin, skinny, tiny broccoli. It's so good, just like fried in the pan. So I'm gonna do that. I have some cereal with banana for lunch or for breakfast here, sorry. I have therapy, and then I have actually a potential repeat client call. I'm not really quite sure if it's gonna work. She has quite lofty goals for this website design. It's like a second design for a new business. And I'm not sure if Squarespace capabilities will allow like what she's looking for, but we're gonna chit chat anyway. and see how that works. And then tomorrow is the really exciting client call, so we'll update you on that as well. Then we have co-working with our girl Nicole. So very, very lovely week. I went through and actually like engaged with other accounts today on Instagram. I'm so bad about that because I do that for my clients and I just do not have time for myself. But today I made it a priority and I already got like 6 new follows. We love that. And yeah, I'm just trying to go through these next couple weeks, chilling until I can skirt off on my honeymoon. And I'm very, very excited for that. So anyway, I have 1 client calendar to finish up. So we're gonna do that today. Oh my gosh, lovely call with a potential client. Just put my hair up after that situation. I'm so excited. She is a past client, as I mentioned, and I think we're gonna do well. We're creating like a stock photo library for her, photo and video really. And I'm feeling very positive about it. She's actually from South Carolina and she runs like a photography business. And so she's gonna do like a stock photo and video site. So like real estate agents and people locally who are looking for like social content can come on and like purchase all of her stuff. So I've got to get a contract over to her, the pricing breakdown for e-commerce, and all that good stuff. But I'm very, very excited. It's going to be just a great little project, and we're going to be launched in like a couple weeks. Like it's going to be seriously so quick. Glad I'm wearing long sleeves. Seriously, so good. This might be gross to some people. Broccoli was literally my first word as a child. So this is like delicious to me. Okay friends, we are gonna try the Chipotle hack that I was mentioning earlier. So you get one of their delicious warm tortillas on the side. So you have your tortilla. Then you get your bowl and you don't add sour cream or cheese to it. You just do like whatever you want in it. I added cheese because I like extra cheese. So like do whatever you want to do. Then you get your tortilla. And it's a burrito bowl. So do that. You put the contents in the middle of the situation. Put it together here. And then you want cheese on the side, and you're gonna put the cheese in a warm pan and just kind of get it heated before you put your burrito on top of it. You need one of these. I think the metal spatula works better, but you're gonna basically put the cheese like on the outside of the burrito. Regular, because I forgot to ask for extra. That's Jared's side. But I think Mexican blend style cheese is fine too. You're gonna want chipotle honey vinaigrette and the sour cream. It's just like the quesadilla, like viral thing. And then you just put your sour cream into your vinaigrette. Like the cheese should be up and over on this bad boy. I'm gonna shake it up till it looks like a light consistency. And then this is just what you dip it in. So that's on the side. ASMR. It's hard. I had a lot of cheese though. The girl on TikTok, but he's saying this is Chipotle 2.0. She's right. Should I have gotten the lettuce? Maybe not. Because it kind of wilts. But I don't mind it. Wow. Bitch. I will do that from now on. Hello friends! friends, it is Friday. She got ready today. She straightened her hair. She has her makeup on. We're ready to go to the coffee shop. My call went great, the consultation call. We're gonna have to see. They are working with a current firm, so we're just trying to figure out how we can work together or like what direction they want to go in. It's still not a for sure that we would even work together, but they were such lovely people and they've fallen upon some hard circumstances. So I feel for them, and it was just heartbreaking kind of, to be honest, to talk to them about everything. But I feel for them, and they seem to have a great thing going. Their hearts are in the right spot. And so it was an honor to meet them and chat through everything. Now I've got to go to the coffee shop. I've got some stuff to get done on my list. So let's get after it. We're going to meet Nicole. I think we're going to get some avocado toast and live it up. Happy Saturday, friends. We are going to kick this life into high gear. We're going to clean. I've stripped most of the sheets, need to do the pillows. Jared is going to snake my shower drain. I'm sure his favorite thing in the whole world. I shed so much. It's like not funny. It's beautiful. Like, it's still chilly, but it's sunny. So we're gonna get into this whole thing. I'm going to clean the showers. I'm going to clean the toilets and the countertops. It's gonna be like a bathroom deep clean day. Take out the trash in my bathroom, and then Jared's gonna vacuum. And I'll just tidy up in the kitchen. There's not much to do, but it's a bathroom day for sure. Okay, you guys, it's later on. It's Saturday night. We went and did our grocery shop. We went out and had a little deal, as you saw, at Burger City Pizza. They like mailed out these coupons, and we got a freaking $45 full meal deal. Appetizer, huge salad, 2 one-topping pizzas, so delicious. Like tons of leftovers. but during our little grocery shop, we were at Safeway, and we got the Lotus Biscoff cookie and cookie butter ice cream bar. I've never seen these before, and they are so freaking good. So I just had to promo this. It's like vanilla ice cream, and then you see like the layers of the cookie butter, and then also the chocolate. Oh my god. It's like a Haagen-Dazs bar, but for cookie butter lovers. So our wedding cake was cookie butter, and I have been since obsessed. Throwback to Christmas when I found the little dippers at World Market. These are so fire. So if you can find this at like your Safeway or your grocery store of choice, highly recommend. We cleaned the entire apartment today, as you saw. Very productive. And just got our grocery shop out of the way tonight after dinner. So tomorrow we're gonna clean my car, just the interior. I'm gonna do some wipes. I'm gonna do vacuuming. We're gonna use our new Dyson in there, and I will kind of show you how it goes, take you along for that journey. And then at some point I'm gonna put it through the car wash, probably when we get home from the honeymoon. And then I really want to go in and like clean out the, like, there's like some moss that like you can't get from just like a normal car wash. So I might try a new car wash where like these teen guys like actually come out and like detail your car, and that's just like, you know, 10 bucks more than like the normal wash. Or I might just do it. I bought a bucket, so we'll figure it out. The car exterior moment will be in a future vlog, but we're gonna do the interior tomorrow. It's gonna be very fun. So Jared has plans helping our nephew. He needs to fix his Xbox, so he has the part finally, and he's gonna go over there tomorrow. So we're gonna be cleaning the car. I have a website design to work on, which is very exciting. And I'm getting lots of news back from the potential clients. So feeling very positive about everything. But I've got some work to do before we head off in 2 weeks. So that's what my plan is going to be tomorrow. So I will catch you then. Hello friends, happy Sunday. Today I'm going to go through my closet and clean out, moving fall clothes and winter clothes into the bin, taking out spring and summer clothes. There's like some overlap, but I generally like to keep things separate. I also am running out of closet space because of all my thick like sweatshirts and stuff. So we are going to do that, and then we're gonna go clean out my car, and we're gonna see how this all works. I have like wipes, I have like fabric cleaner, which I'll show you again because it's literally top 10, top notch. So if you can get it, highly recommend. But first, let's go through the clothing and just get everything going, you know? Also, oh my god, Jared and I just watched Thanksgiving, the horror movie. It is so good. If you are looking for like a good horror movie that's done well, it's Eli Roth. It was good. It looked very gimmicky from like the preview, but Patrick Dempsey is the lead, and it was so cool. It's definitely like a different role for him, so very excited about that for him, and loved it. So highly recommend if you're looking for one. So a lot of skirts, a lot of dresses, some cute tops, stuff like that. It's coming out here. I'm not gonna wear this one. This is my bachelorette top. I loved it so much. Maybe I can give it to someone else who could use it for their wedding season. I was also thinking it would be cute to like wear it again in like 10 years for like a photo shoot or something with Jared. because it's Easter. This is the stuff I was talking about. It's Folex. This will get pretty much anything out of your seat. Like if you have fabric and you don't have leather, it will even get out blood. They advertise that. So, you know, shout out to all the killers out there. This product is for you. I just went through and cleaned the back. The back like needed hardly anything. So I'm saving the rest of my vacuum for my seat where there's lots going on. Also, I have an Amazon cart loaded up and I want to buy this really cool like holder for like all of your documents and whatnot. I think that would be really handy. It's such a small surface and the vacuum is too large. So I think I'm gonna use that. I have wet ones, which I would usually just use sparingly. And then I have these automotive wipes, but they're pretty much out. Pretty sure they're like dried out. So I'm just gonna use Clorox instead of these as well. But these I keep in here. So I think I'm gonna use Clorox for like all of the interior here. I don't know if you're like necessarily supposed to, but whatever. Also, I'm embarrassed, but I do not have my date on my car and I still have not since October. So I'm pretty sure the cops are just like running my plates and like seeing that I am registered. So that's why they're not like pulling me over. But yeah, that's a thing. So we need to get that on today as well. I think my Febreze is pretty much out of stuff. So I'll get a new one of those. Now we move on to the other side. I'm gonna clean this with Folex first though. A generous amount. Gently agitate. And blot. It's kind of wild. Alright, just gonna get stuff undustied. My car is so dusty. That's almost the worst part. I feel pretty good about it. I've wiped down everything with Clorox wipes and I did the Folex on most everything. Let's see how things go. Yeah, they're pretty good. There isn't much of a stain to get out. There's like a couple things, but like it's not terrible. So I did that. I'm just letting it air out. We got our new trash bag in here. And then for paperwork, I'm getting a new thing. I need to get my new thing for my insurance. I have it in my wallet, I think. And then I have like my warranty and then my registration. Okay, now we gotta go deal with that friggin' thing in the back. All right, friends, we're back inside. That was like a workout in itself. That was really good, very productive. My car, like I said, was not too dirty, so I didn't need a lot of cleaning, but it feels so good. And now all I have to do is run it through the car wash. And there's a lot of grime, like in the places where like when you open the trunk, for example, and it's like inside, it's the parts that like the car wash can't get. So I think I might end up doing that myself and just doing the normal car wash. We will see. Just because I don't think that's part of like the kids would do at the other one, but we will see how I feel about that. That's where we land right now. Super sweaty, so I'm gonna get out of this and I think I'm gonna close out the vlog. It's already super long, but I hope you liked the cleaning week and the life chats and all of that. Thanks for being here. We got more fun coming at you. We have a friend's birthday coming up. We've got lots of stuff going on and then we leave, which is just so exciting. Take you along for all the packing and the preparation. It's gonna be great. So we'll chat with you very soon next Monday. Bye.